Hello, welcome to All This Catholic Corner. It's my hope that you're doing well. In this session, we're going to look at the life of Saint Angela Merici. Saint Angela was born on 21st March, the year 1474, and she lived up to 27th January, 1540. She was an Italian Catholic religious educator who founded the Company of Saint Ursula in 1535 in Brescia, and in which women dedicated their lives to the service of the church through the education of girls. These are some of the important dates for Saint Angela. She was born on 21st March 1474 in the province of Veneration. She died in 27th January 1540 and she was aged 65. She was beatified in 30th April 1768. She was canonized on 24th May 1807. The life of Saint Angela Merici. Angela was born in 1474 on a farm near Desenzano del Garda, a small town on the southwestern shore of Lake Garda in Italy. She and her elder sister, Giovanna Maria, were left orphans when she was 10 years old, and they went to live with their uncle in the town of Salo. Young Angela was very distressed when she came to learn, when her sister suddenly died without receiving the last rites of the church. And Angela prayed that her sister's soul rest in peace. And it is said that in a vision she received the response that her sister was in heaven in the company of saints. She joined the Third Order of St. Francis around that time. And it was at that time when people began to notice Angela's beauty, particularly to admire her hair. And since she had promised herself to God and she wanted to avoid worldly attention, she dyed her hair with soot. Merici's uncle died when she was 20 years old and she went back to her home in Desenzano, where she lived with her brothers on her own property given to her in lieu of the dowry that would have otherwise been hers had she married. She later had another vision that revealed to her that she was to found an association of virgins who were to devote their lives to the religious training of young girls, and this association was a success, and she was invited to start another school in the neighboring city of Brescia. In 1524, while traveling to the Holy Land, Merici suddenly became blind when she was on the island of Crete. And this did not stop her. She continued with her journey to the Holy Land and was ostensibly cured of her blindness on her return while playing before a crucifix at the same place where she had been struck with blindness a few weeks earlier. In 1524, she journeyed to Rome in order to gain the indulgences of the Jubilee year then being celebrated. Pope Clement VII, who had heard of her virtue and success with her school, invited her to remain in Rome. Merici did not like notoriety, and soon she returned to Brescia. On 25th November 1535, Merici gathered with 12 women who had joined her work in a small house in Brescia near the church of St. Afra, where together they committed themselves in the founding of the Company of Saint Ursula under the protection of the patroness of medieval universities. Her goal was to elevate family life through the Christian education of future wives and mothers, and they were the first teaching order of women religious. 4 years later, the group had grown to 28. Merici had taught her companions to serve God but to remain in the world, teaching the girls of their own neighborhood and to practice a religious form of life in their own homes. The members wore no special habitat and took no formal religious vows. Merici wrote a rule of life for the group, which specified the practice of celibacy, poverty, and obedience in their own homes. And the rules she had written was approved in 1544 by Pope Paul III. When Merici died in Brescia on 27th January the year 1540. There were 24 communities of the Company of Saint Ursula serving the Catholic Church through the region. Her body was clothed in the habit of a Franciscan tertiary and was interred in the Church of Saint Afra. The traditional view is that Merici believed that better Christian education was needed for girls and women, to which she dedicated her life. It is argued that the Company of Saint Ursula was not originally intended as a charitable group, specifically focused on the education of poor girls, but that this direction developed after her death in the year 1540. Sometime it received for more recognition the year 1546. When it comes to the veneration of Saint Angela Merici, during her life, Merici had often prayed at the tombs of the Brescian martyrs at the Church of Saint Afra in Brescia. She lived in small rooms attached to the priory of canons regular of the Lateran. According to her wishes, after her death she was interred in the Church of Saint Afra to be near the martyrs' remains. There her body remained until the complete destruction of the church and its surrounding area by Allied bombing, that is during the Second World War, on 2nd March 1945. And in these, the parish priest and many townspeople died. The church and corresponding buildings were afterward rebuilt and reopened on 10th April 1954. The church was consecrated on 27th January 1956 with a new dedication to Saint Angela Merici, while the parish of Saint Afra was transferred to the neighboring church of Saint Euphemia. Merici was beatified in Rome on 30th April 1768, and this was by Pope Clement XIII. She was later canonized on 24th May the year 1807 by Pope Pius VII. And on her feast day, Merici was not included in the 1570 Tridentine calendar of Pope Pius V because she was not canonized until 1807. In 1861, her feast day was included in the Roman calendar, not on her day of her death, that is 27th January, and this is because the date was occupied by the feast day of St. John Chrysostom, but instead on 31st May. In 1955, Pope Pius XII Pope Pius XII assigned this date to the new feast of the Queenship of Mary and moved Merici's feast to 1st June. The celebration was ranked as a double until 1960, when Pope John Paul XXIII gave it the equivalent rank of third-class feast. Lastly, in the major 1969 reform of the liturgy, Pope Paul VI moved the celebration, ranked as a memorial, to the Saint's Day of Death, that is 27th January. There are many parishes around the world schools that are there today, or dedications to Saint Angela Merici. An example is this Saint Angela Merici Catholic School, Brantford in Ontario, Canada. We have some in the United States, we have some in Philippines, Ireland, and many other different regions of the world. That is the beautiful story of Saint Angela Merici. And thank you for being here and for your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our videos. May God bless you abundantly. May this channel be a source of light, hope, and inspiration for all of us. Until next time, stay powerful, stay prayerful, stay hopeful, and let's keep growing in faith together. Thank you for watching.